are not in control of social media, but we are in control of our actions. We are in control of our inactions as well. And so, what you want to do is, I am streaming through an app where I can stream on all of my platforms, particularly in my private community. So, I do have private communities as well as I'm on FB, IG, YT, and in my communities. And so, and TT, obviously, TT's on the phone. And so, I use a tool where I can stream on 10 different platforms at one time. So if you're not using this tool, I can give you my referral link. You want to get my referral link. If you're not using this tool where you can stream on 10 different platforms at one time, you can use my referral link. Just put referral in the chat. Just put referral in the chat. Now, I know that's what you want, and I'll send it to you. Is that fair? Yes or yes? Okay, great. So I want to go ahead and get my workout on as promised. We want to always do, of course, 10, 15, 20,000 steps every single day. My goal is 15 or more, 15 to 20,000 steps on a daily basis. Just because I was in a major car accident years ago, it crushed my ankle and foot together. My my son was hurt really bad, crushed. It was just bad, let me tell you. Anyway, so with that being said, I was on crutches almost a full year with getting a pin and a plate and taking out and all the things. And so I always have to at least walk. And so a part of what I do is exercise while I'm going live, and I teach business strategies because I'm a sales and marketing coach outside of TikTok. So this is my hour training where I get to share with you what I know for sure. If you're struggling to get a sale, you definitely want to hear the strategy and you want to start using it immediately, expeditiously, like T.I. says, expeditiously. You want to use the strategy immediately. And so I am taking the time. Yes, thank you so much to thank people over on the FB and the IG and the YT and in my private community. If you're on TT, you see our goals right here. We have a goal, 10,000 likes and 50 heartbeats. So yes, well, let's get this party started. So I appreciate you starting it off with me this morning. And yes, I do want to make sure I'm in all the places. So I do have to show love to all the people. Veronica's in the building. Hey, Veronica, how you doing? Yes, you can support with the stars. If you are on FB, the best way to support is where it says send gifts. You can send stars if you are on the FB. If you're on IG, make sure that you follow. And of course, YT, make sure you subscribe. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love. You are so kind. I'm always appreciative. Trust me. Yeah. Because you don't have to be here. You don't have to like. You don't have to do any of those things. And you're taking the time to like the broadcast, to share the broadcast, because we want more people to win. We want more people to see success. We want more people. Yes, I'm explaining the 5+5 social media rule. Yes, I love that for me. I love that for me. And all the people that are going to implement this strategy, you're going to be in for a treat this morning. Let's get everybody in the building real fast. Let's get everybody in the building. To everyone, we're going to highlight everyone so they get the notification that Jerusha is live. Hey, gorgeous, how you doing? How you doing? Say, hey, Jerusha, I speak back. Let's go, pretty people. We want to definitely make sure I'm in my business tip, motivation, and inspiration group. And listen to me, you don't have to be or have 10,000 followers to be successful. You do not have to have 10,000 followers to be successful. You do have to implement some strategies, and I can help you with that. And so I'm going to help you with the 5+5 rule today. If you're not familiar, you want to definitely stick around so you'll understand what that means for you, your business, your growth. You definitely want to stick around. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. I am also streaming this to my stories. I don't know if you guys know this or not. You get paid for streaming in your stories, for putting content in your stories. And so we want to make sure that I'm in my stories. I'm on my Instagram. I'm on my FB, my YT, and in my 3 communities. So yes, so this is all for you to gain knowledge on how to get more content and how to get more sales. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? All right, double tap the screen. If you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. If you're just now hearing the sound of my voice, you are a newbie to me. Put newbie in the chat. If you are a newbie to me, put newbie. If you have a business, put business so I can celebrate you as a business owner. And so, yep, we're going to walk it out and walk it out. If you are new to me, put business. And so I will celebrate you. I'm going to give you a personal shout out if you have a business. If you have a business, put the word business. I'll give you a personal shout out. We want to recognize our business owners. Yes, I'm Jerusha. I'm a sales and marketing business coach, and I teach people how to build their businesses using sales and marketing strategies. I've been doing this for almost 20 years, so I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And so when I work out, I'm on a little break. I work for myself. And so I have trained thousands of people over the years, developed leaders. So I definitely want to make sure you are able to do the same thing using social media. And so today we're going to discuss the 5+5+5 rule. If you're not familiar, right, you're going to find out today. You're going to learn today. So this is a learning channel. And of course, the platforms don't want education to go viral, particularly TT. TT does not want education to go viral. And so make sure you tap the screen and do me a favor, hold my nose down. And I need you to share with 10 of your business besties because we want everybody to win. There's so much room at the top. It's the bottom that's overcrowded. So let's talk about what you need to do to get sales every day is to follow some of these simple rules. So if you have a business, say Veronica has a business, everybody show some love to Miss Veronica. Veronica has a business. Yes, gorgeous. Elroy has a business. We got Elroy in the building. How you doing? We give businesses shout outs. So if you have a business, put the word business in the chat because 2026 is the year of completeness, baby. Let's go. All this year, we're going to do it. She said, I had a business for 8 years. Well, congratulations. Congratulations on your business. Put the word business, even if you watch the replay on FB, I will still give you a shout out. So you can still put the word business if you're watching the replay on FB. Thanks so much, Tracy in the building. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? So yes, thank you so much for that. Who else has a business? Leslie has a business. Hey, Leslie, how you doing? Everybody show some love to Leslie. We show business owners love. So Leslie has a business. Everybody say, hey, Leslie, you have a business, put business. Well, I'm doing my shout outs. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me tell you, I started my business years ago. I worked in corporate America like a lot of you. My background is in radio and television, and my degrees are in communications and public relations. Love the industry, hated the hours after I started my young family, and I just wanted time freedom. And so it wasn't the experience, it wasn't the money, it wasn't the people at the time. It was I wanted time freedom. So I made a choice. I started a side business, a home-based business, and I'm one of the people that I was hungry. I was like Les Brown, hungry. I didn't know any different. I didn't know how to sell anything. I didn't know anything about sales in that way. And so they told me, you know what? If you show up to the meetings, we're going to teach you a skill. And I'm like, really? I was so excited because I thought nobody knew about it, right? I was like, no one knows you can make 6 figures from home. This is like a phenomenon. This is unbelievable. I was really like that for real. And so I was so excited that I became the top producer, 1% of that company, because I thought I was changing the world, and I was. But I thought people weren't aware because my direction, my dream was always just to work in radio and television, which I enjoyed and did well. But I thought that was my way that I did make my 6 figures. I was like, that was the way. That's the only way. And I found out from all these great people, one woman in particular, who is still my mentor, she was like, no, you can do more than what you're doing from home with your gift, with your talent, with your personality, with your enthusiasm. I'm like, really? I was so impressed. I was like, no one told me I could actually work from home. No one told me this. Well, why is this not like on the news? Good morning. How you doing? Miss C in the building. I was like, why isn't this publicized that people just can work from home? This was years ago now, way before social media. So I was so excited. I told everybody about it. I wasn't afraid. I didn't ask people, should I be successful? I didn't ask people their perspective. I didn't ask people if they were successful doing it. I did not care. Baby, you are not me. I am favored, baby. You are not me. Understand, okay? So I got started in that business on a part-time basis with my full-time job in television. My son was 2 at the time. That's how long ago it was. And I was like, I'm a hustle. Let's go. Every day I'm hustling. And so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed meeting new people every day. We were networking face-to-face. That means I was talking to people face-to-face. You guys are texting. You guys are messaging. I was physically getting dressed to the nines every day. Physically. Heels, pantsuits, dress suits, skirt suits. Baby, we was dressed. We was looking good. We looked like we made money. So we were meeting people every day, networking, and they learned, and I learned the skill of how to network with people, how to talk to people face to face. Best skill in the world. Okay. So loved everything about that. And I was able to leave my corporate job. Now, I'm not suggesting you leave your job. People are getting sued for telling people things to do. Okay. I'm not suggesting that you leave your job. But for me, it was the best career decision at the time I could have made. It allowed me to open up my mind. I didn't realize I was in a box. I was in a corporate box and I didn't know any other way to become super successful. And so God allowed people to come into my life and show me what was possible with the gift God gave me. So I'm forever grateful for that, because I wouldn't be here at this moment. So yes, so sometimes, hey, gorgeous, BL is in the building. How you doing, BL? We're talking about how to get a sale today using the 5+5 rule on social media. And so I was just sharing with them the background of how I got into business and how I've been able to maintain my business as well. So I grew a huge organization with that company, earned the trips, the diamonds, the cars, all the things that people say it's true if you do the work. Now, everybody obviously didn't reach those levels, but I can say for me, my experience was great until it wasn't. So my experience was great. And it wasn't to the latter part of 2019, 2020 when things happened that I shifted. They didn't shift, I shifted. And I decided, there's actually more for me. And so I decided to come on social media, started learning some things and found out there was an easier way. And so being that there are, thank you so much, good morning to you. Being that there are 5 billion people who open up social media every single day, there's a bigger opportunity for growth, right? And so I was afraid of social media. This is what people don't know. They just see you and assume you got it. I was afraid of social media because I had not done it before. I built my business offline. I understand presentations face to face. I understand traveling, conference rooms at hotels. I understand that life, right? Coming on social media is totally different, right? This is a whole different world. Once it's out there, it's out there. People record it, share it, clip it. It's different, right? You're going to make a mistake. I'm going to make a mistake while I'm talking to you, all those things. And somebody has it. Okay. Social media has it forever. It's in the clouds. And it's different from growing a business completely offline. So I teach what I call double threats. I teach people how to build their business online and offline. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag pretty people. If you want to be a double threat, hashtag pretty people, because that's what I was able to do for years. I was on offline and then got online like everybody else around 2020 and 2021. Okay. So does that make sense? Hey, T Frank in the building. Hey, T Frank, if you have a business, put the word business in the chat. If you have a business, put the word business in the chat. Okay. So let me say this. As a successful business owner offline, coming online, I was intimidated about technology, not about the knowledge, success, and wisdom, experience that I have that I could share, but I was more afraid of the technical part of showing up on social media. Because I'm not tech savvy, I'm not that smart in that area, it just made me feel uncomfortable. And so I decided, let me go live in groups, let me go live with my private community. Then I started going live publicly. And then I said, let me do it on FB, IG, NYT, NTT. And so that's why we're here. So I just made a choice that I can do hard things and I can mess up doing those hard things. And it's okay. Guess what? I make mistakes all the time. So no one's looking for perfection. We're all just looking for progress. And so people don't believe it when I say I was afraid of social media. I didn't understand the algorithm. I didn't know how to market correctly on social media. I didn't know how to brand myself on social media, right? Because I built my businesses offline. And so I could see the benefits because I was following people who were doing phenomenal with their own businesses. But I didn't know how I was going to do it. And being that when you are afraid of technology, that's kind of your excuse. And excuses are lies we tell ourselves. That was kind of my excuse. Like, what if I mess up? And what if I mess up? And so the first time I would go live on FB, the first time I would go live, I would do it in a private community. So if I went, if something went wrong, it was like just me and those people. It wasn't like the world. And come to find out, the world is not even watching you. You do all of that just passing through. Okay, yes, thank you so much, Dale in the building. Thank you, Dale, for passing through. Listen, that's our goal right there. Yes, double tap the screen. Our first goal is 10,000 likes and 50 heart beats. So if you're showing up on TT, make sure you get your daily heart beat. If we can reach those goals, I will be just ecstatic. I will be so excited. Because TT, I'm in jail. I got 4 points off. I got a 4-point violation over here on TT. So they not messing with me right now. So things like that. So that is an example of me not understanding technology, laughing out loud. So please get your daily heart me. Hype me up. Because I got a 4-point violation over something I didn't, ignorance is not above the law. I was just ignorant too. And they did give me a warning, but I didn't understand what I was getting a warning for. And then they gave me the violation. Oh, I can't say that word. Okay, I can't even say that word no more. Okay, so please. Okay, we're talking having a fun time. Okay, this is exactly what I mean when it comes to AI and technology. That's what I'm afraid of. And so that happens even now. So I didn't have, in my opinion, at that time, the right guidance when I got on social media. So I started plugging into people who are teaching me how to use social media properly. And so that's why I'm going to share with you the 5+5 rule, because you need it. And so if you've ever built a business offline, you understand it's totally different from being online. So the first thing I need you to do, you can write this down. I need a great note taker. So what city do you reside? Let me know in the chat. What city? Put it in the chat. Chicago in the building. Please put your city in the chat on TT. What city do you reside? Okay. Yes, you're my note taker for your city, Chicago. You're my only one. Okay, you're my note taker. Whatever city you reside, you're my note taker for the day. Just for the day. So here's your business tip. Imagine yourself there. Whatever you want to come out of 2026. 2026 is the year of completion, right? So whatever you're imagining, whatever you can imagine is real. So I imagine myself doing another big project, another business that I'm excited about. And so, of course, I've never done it before. So I'm excited about the transition. So here's the thing. Imagine yourself already there. Imagine yourself doing it, speaking it, teaching it, selling it, gaining clients, customers, making connections. Your imagination is your preview of life coming attractions. So when I worked in television, there are previews. So when you watch TV, there are previews to upcoming shows. When you're getting ready to watch a movie, right, there's a preview that gets you excited to watch the movie. That's what people are watching right now, your preview of life coming attraction. Because it's not even big yet. It's big, but it's going to get bigger. And so are you ready to see your life in a few months? We're already in second quarter of 2026. Are you ready to see what God has when you do the work? He's not just going to do it. Faith without work is dead. So you can't just pray your way to success. You're going to have to do some work. And this is the work you need to do to get sales every day. So are you ready? Whatever you can imagine is real. Expect it to happen. Work like it's happening. Believe it's happening. It's happening. I'm excited for you. If you need a cheerleader, you need to make sure you follow. If you need somebody to push you forward to success, if that button says follow, that means you're not following. You need to follow. The second thing is, I need you to raise your expectations. Have higher expectations of yourself, because the danger of low expectation paralyzes most people. I need you to understand whose you are. Stop waiting for your best friend, your girlfriend, your sorors, your church members to cheer you on. The people that are going to help you become more successful, you haven't met them yet. And I need you to understand you have to be willing to meet new people, to get into different circles so you can see what's possible. When I worked in corporate America, I was able to see what's possible in radio and television. Then I met this lady. She's a multimillionaire. And then she showed me what was possible working for myself. See, once the mind has been expanded, it could never go back to smaller dimensions. So once she showed it to me, I could never go back. It's something about once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's all, I don't know what it is. If you haven't been there yet, I can't wait till you experience that moment where you go, oh, all this time, I didn't know what was possible. You know how Oprah says that aha moment? It happens all the time. Number 3, I need you to learn to multitask with purpose. You see how I'm getting my 10,000, 15,000 steps in, and I'm live on multiple platforms? I'm multitasking on purpose. Winning is not for the lazy. Success is not for the lazy. Multitasking allows you to intentionally, do things within the day, to take action within the day. And so obviously, thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you have a business, put the word business. I will give you a shout out. Yes, Sabrina in the building. Sabrina has a business. I'll give you a proper shout out. Thank you so much. Just put business and I got you. All you have to do is change your daily habits. And I believe you can change your daily habits, but it starts with you managing yourself. There's no such thing as time management. It's called self-management, baby. It's no such thing as time management because none of us can stop the clock, correct? Okay, so you are managing yourself. And so I do use apps and tools. I do use an app to time myself out throughout the day. Woo, yes. Hey, Rashawn. Rashawn in the building. Hey, Rashawn, how you doing? So I do use an app. I suggest you use apps to time your activities throughout the day. Yes, we have a goal right here. Thank you so much for the love. We have a goal right here of 10,000 hearts, likes, and then, of course, 50 heart meets. So if you can get your daily heart meet, if you want to be a part of this movement that's happening right now, you like to learn, I like to teach. All right, so now I use an app and I time block my day out. And this is where I created 3 productivity hacks. First of all, if you don't have the 3 productivity hacks, put hacks in the chat so I can make sure that you see it. If it's a fit, great. If it's not, great. But I want to make sure that you know what's available for you. And so I time out my day so I'm productive. And so I give you 3 productivity hacks to help you manage yourself throughout the day and make money and make sales. So yes, thank you so much. When you become a better you, the more you learn, the more you earn. Yes, the more you earn, the more you can contribute to your communities, your church, all the things. Now imagine you making a difference and act on that imagination every day. I imagine myself every day making a difference. Even when I'm going live and then it's 6 people over here, 10 over here, 25 over here. It doesn't matter. I imagine it's 10,000 people that I'm talking to. I project like it's 10,000 people. I'm acting like it's 10,000 people. It doesn't matter. Whatever I can imagine is real. So we're going to go ahead and walk in that thing and claim it. Yes, got to shift my mind into action. Yes, you do. Discipline and habits. Yes, you got to make a shift. So let me share with you how you can get a sale today. 5 + 5 rule. Write that down. Put it in the chat. The year of completion is 2026. You're going to complete the strategy right now. Then your content must be balanced, okay? Now, here's the rule. Write this down. I need a great note taker. Write this down. 5, this is what it stands for. 5 valuable posts, okay? These posts build trust. So I'm giving you value right now. I'm teaching you. I'm explaining to you. I'm sharing what you need to know, right? That's valuable. Somebody's saving it. Somebody's writing it. Somebody followed. It's valuable. So this is the 5 + 5 rule on social media. 5 value-driven posts. Write that down. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Rashawn. I got a note taker in the building. We got Rashawn coming in hot. I appreciate you. That's our goal right there. If you want to help us reach that goal on TT, I would appreciate you. All right. The next 5 is 5 promotional posts. Yes, that's the same. 5 promotional posts. All right. This creates your income. This is when you tell us your offer. You share your benefits. You share your stories. You invite conversation, just like I did. I shared my story. I shared with you that I have 3 productivity hacks that help you manage yourself throughout the day so you're more productive in your business and your life. And the other 5 is 5 engaging posts. 5 engaging posts. This builds relationships. Like I'm building a relationship now with Miss Rashawn because she came in taking notes, baby. We're besties already. Okay, 5 engagement posts. Write this down. This builds relationships. You ask, you listen, right? You connect like we're doing. This is how you stop guessing and start growing. Most people are posting and praying, posting and praying. Baby, you want to post and profit. You want to post and profit. Does that make sense? Yes. So the 3 productivity hacks that I put together years ago, it helps you time block 1 hour to create all 15 posts in advance. Okay. So it's going to help you block out 4 15 minutes throughout the day. 4 15 minutes, 4 different intervals of 15 minutes of income producing activities is 1 hour. Okay. Got it. So let me give you an example. All of you are in different businesses, correct? Tell me what you sell in the chat. I know you have a business. What do you sell in the chat? I want to know so the world can know too. What do you sell? Yes, perfect for the overthinkers. Correct. All right, I'm going to give you an example. I'm not the type of business coach that just talks at you. I try to give examples in jewelry. Okay, she sells jewelry. I got you, Gigi. Gigi sells jewelry. Yes, we're trying to reach this goal right here. So if you could just double tap that screen while I'm live on TT. I'm already in TT jail. So we got to get out. And then we can get those heart means. I would appreciate it. So we're going to do, okay, you're in travel. I'll do that. All right, let me tell you what this looks like. I am the business coach that's going to not just talk at you, give you good examples so you can implement today, so you can get a sale today. My goal for every single person listening to the sound of my voice to get a sale every day. You want to get a sale every day? You got to have systems and strategies that work. Make sense? Actionable steps. Yes. I love that for me. Travel. Let's go with that. A value post for a travel person, if you're in that industry, would be 3 ways to travel more without using vacation days. That's a value-driven post. If I was in travel, I would create a piece of content that's valuable. Here are 3 ways to travel more without using vacation days. You know how many people want to know, how could I travel more without using my vacation days? Off the top, without using my vacation days. People are just like, what? Stop the scroll. Your goal is to stop the scroll to your ideal client. If this person never travels, this person not interested in traveling, or they don't think they can afford it, they scrolled. But a person who's curious, a person who you piqued their curiosity, you got their attention, they're like, huh? You're going to give me 3 ways to travel, okay, around the world without using my vacation days? How is this possible? How is it possible? Yes. And so now you tap in. You're attracting your ideal person. I am an attraction marketing queen. Attraction marketing works. You just got to work it. You just got to learn the skill. You got this. You got this. Now, also, you're in travel. What does a promotional post look like? You're going to do 5 of the value. The next is promotional. Okay. What does that look like? So your promotional post could go something like promotional post. Okay. I helped a client book a 5-day getaway for less than 1 weekend at home, because most of you spend $300-$500 on a weekend. You went out to the movies. You went to the concert. You went to Cardi's B concert this weekend. Okay, that ticket was $500. Okay, then you went out to eat. That was another $100-$200. Like, okay, so you spent at least on a weekend. Let's Google it. What is the amount the average person spends just on an active weekend? I'm willing to bet, including food, dining out, and activities, I would say $300 to $700. Do y'all think that's real? Y'all got me want to Google this mess so bad. Oh, I want to know. I'm going to have to Google it later. I want to know. Okay, if somebody can Google it for me, that'd be great. What is the average expense over the weekend for the average person, like to have a great time over the weekend? So we're going to say between $300 to $700 a week, depending if there's a concert or something like that, right? So a promotional post for somebody in travel would sound something like, I helped a client book a 5-day getaway for less than 1 weekend at home. Okay? Travel should feel possible. That's it. It's very promotional. I didn't have to say, come get your travel from me. I didn't have to say, I can be your travel agent. I didn't have to say, book with me so I can tell you how to do it. I didn't have to say those words. If you're curious enough, you'd be like, you're going to help me book a 5-day getaway? Where am I going? Florida? For 5 days? For less than a weekend? Now you pique my curiosity again. It's promotional because I am selling you on that. Because the moment you ask me, I'm going to offer my strategy. I'm going to offer my sales to you. I'm going to offer the travel package to you. So everybody that's liking it, commenting on it, sharing it, saving it, those are my people. Those are my people without begging. Those are my people without running behind people. Those are my people. That's how you're going to get your people. Does that make sense? Let me look at over here on YT for a second. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? If this is resonating with you in the chat, say yes, Jerusha. Just put the word yes. Okay. Oh, she Googled it for me. Yes, you're so sweet. Yes. Okay. The average weekend expense, I knew it. $350. I said $300. $350 to $700 that you guys spend over the weekend. That's on average. The average person spends between $350 to $700 over the weekend. Okay. Now, if you're spending that amount of money over the weekend, imagine going on a 5-day getaway for that amount of money. You see how I sold you on that? If I was a travel agent, okay? You see how I sold you? So it's important that when you're putting out content, your content is attention grabbing, right? You are right. You was right. I just believe as soon as people see something that resonates with them, that relate to them, that they've been dreaming about, or sometimes you give them the idea they didn't even know it was a part of something they wanted until you said it. That's why you have to show up. Write this down. Your success is tied to somebody else's belief system. Say, business coach Jerusha said, your success is tied to somebody else's belief system. They don't even believe it until you say it. They don't even believe it until you do it. They don't believe it until you post it. I've helped clients book a 5-day getaway for less than a weekend at home. Now they're like, oh, that's possible? Yes, it's possible with me. It's possible. Thank you so much. Your success is tied to somebody else's belief system. Now that's the next 5. The other 5 is engaging. So for the travel people, you got to engage us. Engagement is key. You got to meet people, love on people, make people feel good, acknowledge people. Everybody's wearing a sign on their forehead that says, make me feel important. You got to acknowledge the people. So an engaging post for somebody in travel would be, if you could travel anywhere this year, where would it be? If you could travel anywhere in this year, 2026, where would you go? Okay. If money was not an option, okay, where would you travel to this year? You're going to ask an engaging question. If you're in this industry or any other industry, because guess what happens? People like to tell you their opinion on social media. People like to tell you their perspective. People like to tell you how it is. People like it. They like the controversial type of post and content. So you're just going to ask a question, but that engaging question needs to make sense for your business. Not just a random question. It needs to make sense for your business to attract your ideal client. So if I was in travel or business service like that, I would be asking questions. Now, if you don't have my 3 productivity hacks, in those 3 productivity hacks, we have a 7-day content calendar. So obviously you're not doing engaging posts every day, right? You're doing 5 plus 5 plus 5. So 1 engaging, 1 promotional, 1 educational. You're rotating, right? You're rotating. So if you don't have a 7-day content calendar, you don't know what it looks like. Not only are you going to get that power hour strategy, You'll get that 7-day content calendar and a weekly posting guide. Those are the 3 productivity hacks. Put hacks in the chat. It's yours. Okay. Now, somebody said they were in a supplement business, right? All of you that are in a supplement business, give you an example of a value post. A value post, if you're in a supplement business like health and wellness or herbs or anything like that, right? I would say anything like that, because I love those businesses too. I love all your businesses. They all work. You just got to work them. So I would say something valuable, like most people are tired because they're dehydrated. And I would say nutrient deficient. Is that right? Not lazy. So most people like me just stay dehydrated. I'm thirsty right now. Just dehydrated. And so that is a value-driven post. Most people think they're just lazy. Most of the time, you're not lazy. You're just dehydrated, or there's some type of nutrient deficiency. Something is going on. You're in perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause. Things are going on with you. And you think you're lazy. You're not lazy. That's a value-driven post, right? Because now they want to learn more. They're like, oh, all this time I thought I was lazy, but you just helped me out. I just need to go drink some more water or whatever it is. A promotional type of post for a supplement could go something like, now I love great supplements, magnesium, all the vitamins. I love all the great supplements, okay? And I think when you use them properly, consistently, I think they're going to be good overall for your body health, your gut health, or whatever it is. So I know you have something for your gut. So a promotional type of post would be, I switch supplements and I noticed I had more energy. I had better sleep. I had fewer cravings. I don't go to sleep after 2:00. And then you'll say, I don't gatekeep what works. Wait a minute, what my engaging question? What would you feel like passing your real estate exam by the end of the year? Yes. Oh, hey, Miss Quisha in the building. Miss Quisha's in the building on TT. Hey, Miss Quisha, how you doing? Yes, Miss Quisha's in real estate. Okay, service-based business. And she's asking an engaging question. And her question was, what would you feel like if you passed your real estate exam by the end of April? And so that's a very good question. Or what would you do if you passed your real estate license by the end of April? Okay. Yes. What would you do? Like, what would be your first thing that you decide to do? You're going to celebrate. How are you going to celebrate? Are you going to scream it to the top of your lungs? Going to do some cartwheels out in the yard? Like what it is. That's good. That's an engaging piece of content, right? Now, for you guys that are in health and wellness type businesses, you can say something as simple as, what's one health goal you want to focus on this year? It's real easy. You'll be in your fitness outfit, or you're at the gym, or you're drinking water, or you're drinking your supplement, and you're just going to say, what's one health goal you want to focus on this year? ? Now, you got to put a question mark after all of these engagement posts because you want them to answer. Now, sometimes you have to incentivize them by starting the comments. Your comment could be the first comment. You can comment yourself. So you start the flow and you comment on your own question. So you can start people answering. Then the algorithm sees people are responding and engaging, and it sends it to more people. See, that's the goal. Make sense? So my financial service people, same thing. My insurance people, same thing. A value-driven post sounds like, for me, especially insurance, most people underestimate how much it costs. They really can't afford it, but they think it's out of their budget, right? So to me, people say no to it because they don't know something. People say no, N-O, to what they don't know, K-N-O-W. And we just got to educate more people. So a part of being in insurance is people are just not educated. Not that they don't need it, they do, but they don't see it as a value. So when you're posting a value post, it could be most families are underinsured and don't realize it until it's too late. Because what happens when somebody passes away unexpectedly? Now you don't have it. Now you putting up t-shirts, doing fish fries. Now you contacting the cousin that y'all think is rich enough to ask them to, send the money, borrow the money, whatever, when we can avoid this situation by what? Being prepared and getting what we can get. So if I was in that industry, I would definitely be asking questions like, what do you think people stress about the most when they have an unexpected death? I know that's a good question because I already know everybody gonna say money, 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 things, material things. Everybody about to stress about that. So I would ask a question like that because now I know you don't have it, or now I know your family lacks it, and that's where I come in. If I was in that industry, I will be building relationships, talking, understanding where they are so I can offer them my service. Make sense? Yes or yes? A promotional post for you guys would probably be still about the family because that's the kind of industry you're in. Finance, insurance, that's more family driven. Yes. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. You can say, I help families protect their income and their future because peace of mind is priceless. So when my father passed October the 11th of 2024, in that area, we had peace of mind. I'm still grieving in that area. We weren't worried. As a matter of fact, let me tell you a quick story. As a matter of fact, everything's taken care of, right? For both my parents. And no one knew that, obviously, because it's not something you just share and tell the world. And so, unfortunately, when that happened, we knew it was happening, right? And so it wasn't a rush or stress of that sort for money. And a family member whom I love, a family member says, so, what are y'all going to do? And so we were all like, what do you mean? Because I was so concerned. Like, one, I had to do the obituary, which is hard for me. I'm a daddy's girl. And, get the pictures, do all the things, okay, that goes along with that. And so that family member came and we were all together and they said, so tell me, what are y'all going to do? And I'm like, about what? It's like the arrangements. And we're like, what do you mean? My dad picked out all his stuff already. Me with my grandparents. Okay. My dad picked out, his casket. My dad picked out what suit he wanted to wear. My dad picked everything out. Mom and dad picked everything out. So I was like, my dad picked out everything. He said, well, now all you got to do is go down there and pay. And in that moment, the way they said it, now I love this person, but the way they said it was like, so what you gonna do? In my mind. Now, it could not have been that way, but that's the way that I received it. So I was like, no, we're good. Like, we're good. He was like, oh, okay. It was like, oh, okay. I was like, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. It's like, okay, well. And so to have that peace of mind is priceless. So if I was in that industry, it's a great industry. If I was in that industry, that's one of the questions that I would ask as an engaging piece of post. But my promotional post, what is the biggest stress on families when someone passes unexpectedly? Like, what do you think people are fighting about? Everybody's going to say money. And all of those people that are responding are potential clients. Because if you had the money, you would be able to take care of that, right? Money should not be an issue. Unfortunately, it is. It shouldn't be because we can prepare with people like you, right? But peace of mind is priceless. So that was a peace of mind for us that as his girls, we didn't have to struggle in that area. So it was a peace of mind. And so I always encourage people, do it now. Do it now. So I'm telling you, that's just, you don't even have to worry about anything. It's like all done. Like the police cars, you have to pay for that. How many cars, like all of it's done. Like you shouldn't be like thinking, oh God, what am I going to do? That should be a moment where you can spend with your family and kind of enjoy the good times. But anyway, the last one for people in your type of business, engaging posts. You want people to start saying something. You can say, do you feel confident about your finances right now? Or do you feel confident about your financial plan right now? Or do you even have a financial plan right now? Most people don't have a financial plan. You want to ask, you don't want to say, do you have a financial advisor? Oh, they already know you trying to be their advisor. You want to be more concerned. You want to be interested. So you're asking questions out of curiosity, right? Like, who's following me? Who's going to answer? Because your clients are following you. Your clients have seen you. They're following you, friended you, commented, but you didn't start that conversations. You didn't ask. You didn't find out their need. You didn't find out their pain point. You just like, oh, they liked it. They didn't go to the LINK. No, they didn't. They didn't. But you also didn't go build a relationship. You also wasn't interested enough in them to find out about their situation. Now, did you? So we got to change that. Now, thank you so much. You said you're right. People like my content and I don't do anything. You're losing money. If people are liking your content, your engagement posts, whatever you're putting out, 5 + 5 + 5, value, promotional engagement, and you never do anything, that's on you. Because you should start networking. You should start building a relationship. You should start doing something with the people who voluntarily came. You voluntarily stopped on this live. You voluntarily followed me. You did that. Why wouldn't I say, hey, wow, thank you so much for joining the live. Why wouldn't I do that? Okay, I need to tell TT I'm a person. Okay, hopefully. Okay, they let me go. So I imagine helping people who work traditional jobs. My ideal person is people who work in corporate America, who are working traditional jobs, learn how to leverage and monetize social media. So I show up showing them I did it with my full-time job when my son was a toddler, when I was pregnant with my other son. I did it and built that side business until I was able to lay my corporate job off. So I am in love with people who work in corporate America and who are building a side hustle because I've lived that life. And I know for sure the 3 productivity hacks work. That's how I know it works, because I did it. And I've trained thousands over the years who've done it. So you could do it too. Oh, we're here on TT. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So this is the thing. You want to make sure, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You want to make sure, it doesn't matter your personality type. That's another thing people say. I'm an extrovert, but I know most of you are introverts, right? I like cheered in real life at the collegiate level. So I'm an extrovert, but most people are introverts. Most people are beginners, right? They're busy professionals. They have children. They have a life outside of social media. But you've got to build your community. You got to build by start talking. My greatest, to me, advantage of how I maintain success, I build relationships. I'm going to tell you, because people send me referrals and I talk to people. I actually get to know them, ask their pain points, offer my services, whether they do it today, tomorrow, but I know it's coming. I already know what I'm putting out. Like, it's hard not to go to Chick-fil-A because they make you feel good, right? It's hard not to go there. It's hard if you're having a bad day, you go to Chick-fil-A, they say, welcome to Chick-fil-A. You're like, hey, y'all. Okay, so that's how I want to make people feel. When they see me, they're going to learn something today. So if you're making people feel a certain way, people buy with emotions. People move forward because there was an emotion evoked, right? So yeah, so that's the number one thing is build relationships, start conversations. You can implement these simple strategies in your spare time. That's why the Power Hour strategy works so well. If you want that Power Hour strategy, the 7-day content calendar, the weekly posting guide, put hacks in the chat. I got you. Great results. I actually guarantee my work. So I'm not one. I guarantee it works actually, because now you know exactly what to do. It gives you 20 different income producing activities that you need to do so you can see results. And so that 5 + 5 + 5 rule, Google it. It's a rule for real. It's not one that I made up. It's a real rule that people are using and it's working for them. So I want to hear your success stories. And that's why I share these business tips and hacks with you. Not to impress you, but to really equip you with what I've done and how my clients are doing it so you can do it. I'm giving you game for free. You're not even in the course. Well, some of you are, but most of you are not even in the course. You're not in my 6-month coaching program, but you can take what I said just now and implement. You can take all the examples I gave and implement. Now, this is the caveat. You can't do it one time. You got to do it multiple times. Remember earlier I said 2026 is the year of completion, right? You're going to complete what you start. You're going to do it for 21 days. Then you're going to do it for 90 days. Then you're going to bust out the rest of the year. That's it. And you're going to come and say, Jerusha, and I can't wait to hear it. And I use my testimonials from you. I put them in my courses. Yes, I use you as an example. I put it on Testimonial Tuesday. So yes, I want to hear your results. 2026 is about completeness. Yes, not perfection, completion. You just need to complete the task. So if you're going to do this 5 + 5 + 5 rule, I want you to come back and tell me how it's going for you. And it's real simple. Now, obviously, I see you say, what about Chat GPT? That's cool with me. If you choose to use chat over a person, that's fine. Now, I use chat, but not, there's so many other ones better than chat, okay? However you choose to do it, just do it. Most people won't even start. So can you take that strategy and put it in chat? You can. I would still say you need to put some personality in it. I would still say you're going to need some guidance, right? So yes, so I love it when people want to, you're independent and you should do it on your own. I tried that because I'm not tech savvy. I needed a coach. I needed a mentor. I need somebody to hold my hand. So I'm not as courageous as you to just keep figuring it out. I'm getting it out the mud by myself. I do need help. And so I'm not afraid to get it or invest in it. So yes, can you do it through that way? You can. I don't personally suggest it, but you can. Now, here's the deal about that as well. When you are, that's that part. Now, when you have questions, then you like, I need a person to answer this question. Then you're not going to have that person. So for me, I believe in investing in myself and what I'm trying to achieve. So here's the deal. Thank you so much. Double tap that screen. We definitely want to try. Look where we are. Look what we need. Let's go, TT. When I tell you TT mad with me, I can't even tell you why I got in trouble, because then that's a problem. If I tell you why I got in trouble, it's crazy. So yes. So another thing you said, I think you said you were in jewelry. Somebody said they were in jewelry. I didn't forget. Same thing. Most people don't. I don't know if most people wear jewelry. I think people into fashion and things like that tend to wear jewelry, but people who are very simple, they don't wear it because they don't know how to wear it, right? So I love to accessorize, right? Scarves, jewelry, big, small. I'm all for all of it because I love fashion too. Okay, more questions would lead me to more overwhelm. Walk it out. Okay, so I think with your industry, you have to just ask a simple question, and if you had the jewelry, like you had a big choker or something, your engagement post could be, would you guys wear this with jeans and then you just have on the piece? Would you guys wear this piece with the jeans? Or would you guys wear this on a first date? That's it right there. Do you think he's going to think this is too much? People going to start telling you, I will wear it. No, girl, that is not cute for your first date. It's too much. You're saying too much. You're doing too much. Yes. Okay. Now, guess what? Everybody that is saying something in your comments, those are your leads because they just told on themselves. They either like it or they don't. Either way, you can start conversations with every single person. Either way, you market publicly, you start conversations privately. So you got them to comment because you said put on this big piece of jewelry or big earrings and then say, would you guys wear this on a first date? Baby, they gonna tell you. And so I would start asking what type of question is more controversial that people can't help themselves. I wasn't gonna say anything, but it's too much. They can't help themselves but to answer. So don't just do safe questions when you're doing engagement. Don't just do safe questions. Like it's safe to be like, where would you like to travel around the world? That's safe, right? Or that's a safe one. It will work, but it's safe. You want to say something that make people a little bit irritated, but not enough that they don't answer, right? So you kind of want to do the lines of, they say more than 60% of people in the US don't even have a passport. Is that true? Like, and then if you really want to really get them, you can say a certain race of people, they say 60% don't have passports. Is that true? Now you really want to start bucking and knucking with people on social media. Okay, all you got to do is ask the right question. Now you can't have that type of, I would say energy to put it out there and not receive it. Now that's what I'm going to say. You can't take it because they're going to go in. Don't do that. But if you understand marketing, any marketing, I worked in radio and television. Baby, all marketing is good marketing. As a PR person, I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't matter. Just like the guy with McDonald's, the CEO, he ate the burger. He was acting like he was eating the burger. He really wasn't eating the burger. It went viral. Y'all went out and purchased the burger. Good marketing. Good marketing. So understand, if you say something like that in the travel industry, I heard a certain group of people, 60% don't have passports and never have traveled outside the country. Is this true? You got to be ready. They have time. They have time today. Okay. But what is that going to do? Now you want your comments to explode. Doesn't matter how they explode. They're exploding. Now your comments are exploding, right? You're going to go to each person, check them out, see if they're your people. I use a lock-up method. If you get inside my course, the 3-day ride, you'll be able to have access to my systems, and you're going to start conversations. I teach you how to start those conversations word for word, what you can say, so they go back and forth and you close more deals. You get more sales every single day. So if you are starting conversations converts. Conversations convert to sales. Conversations convert to sales. And so if you're not doing that, you're missing out on a sale every day because you're waiting on the algorithm while I'm taking action. You waiting on the algorithm, I'm taking action because you're putting out the content that's attracting the right people. Because the people that are going to respond to a question like that, they either do have their passports and they're like, well, I got mine. That means you can tell, oh, you got yours. You can send them out the country. You're in the travel industry. You can offer them something. If there's somebody like, I don't have mine because I don't want to go out the country, then you can also, that's your person. You can still talk to them about where they can travel in the US. Either way, it's a win-win for you. What are we doing? Either way, you winning. Same thing in real estate, okay? You got to get a little controversial with people with the real estate. Some people think it makes sense to, just pay rent, right? And then you could say something along the lines of renting. What is the ratio of people that are renting to the ratio of people that own or have a home at a certain age group? Baby, you got to get a little tough. Every week you're going to be doing this. You got to do 5 engaging posts. So every week you got to have an engaging post. So you need to go ahead and get them together. Does that sound good? Yes, I appreciate you too. Thank you so much. She said that was good. I appreciate you. Meg is in the building. Hey, Meg, how you doing? So double tap that screen if you're listening to the sound of my voice on TT. You got to double tap the screen on TT. TT, do not play with me. Okay? Double tap the screen. Make sure you get your Daily Heart Me. Miss Quisha, did you get your Daily Heart Me? T. Frank, did you get your Daily Heart Me? Rashawn, did you get your Daily Heart Me? Confidence Coach in the building. Miss Shorty, did you get your Daily Heart Me? Make sure you get your Daily Heart. Presley is in the building. Make sure you get your Daily Heart Me. But yes, so if you're in that industry, you're in real estate, obviously, yes, you definitely want to make sure that you pull up questions, and you can ask any of the Gemini, whoever, chat, give me questions like this. Thank you for my Daily Heart Me. Yes, we're trying to reach that goal right there at least. Yes, thank you so much, T. T in the building. She's probably at work. T. Frank is probably at work. That's okay. I get it. Most of my people are at work during this time. Rashawn is, Rashawn, thank you so much. I appreciate the love. So does this make sense? Right? One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what works. I only share what works. And so you're going to follow the 5 + 5 + 5. I was driving, but I just stopped. Okay, cool. Be safe. You're going to follow the 5 + 5 + 5 rule on social media. It is a thing. And so now you know how to do it, who's going to implement. because information without implementation is great information. You're just walking around smart. You just know everything and you just keep absorbing information and never doing it. I need you to implement today. So whether you are in the travel industry, whether you are supplements, whether you have jewelry, candles, doesn't matter. You have everything that you need. You are the expert in your industry, correct? You're the expert. So all you got to do is start putting out the content. 5, educational piece of content, right? Value-driven content. 5, promotional. 5, engaging, right? Now, if you get the 7-day content calendar, it's going to make sure that you do it correctly every single week. We're going to get you on a rhythm where you're doing this every single week. So put hacks in the chat. If you don't have the 3 productivity hacks, put hacks in the chat. It's one of my viral hacks, actually. A lot of people have gotten that one. That's why it's guaranteed 100% it works if you work it. And so, yeah, put hacks in the chat. I got you. Hacks, hacks, hacks. I got you. I got you. Now, if you text me right here, I do use a CRM automation. If you text my number's on my profile, hacks, you'll receive it automatically. So if you text my number, otherwise you got to wait till I get off the live and so forth, and I'll get it to you today. But if you go to my profile on FBIGYT, go to my profile, click it. You can text my number right there, hacks, and you will be able to receive it immediately. Thank you so much. Yes. So, skincare. If you have a skincare business, the same thing. This works with any type of business. It doesn't change because it's skincare. It doesn't change because it's candles or essential oils. It doesn't change. You're still going to follow the same rule. 5 + 5 + 5. You know what I didn't do? Oh, well. It's too late to do it now. Yes, let me see. Was that helpful? Were you talking to me? So here's another thing that you need to understand. If you have a nonprofit, same thing. Nonprofit, you're really trying to get funding with the nonprofit. So the nonprofit, same thing. You still have to show up 5 + 5 + 5. Your content is way different because you are a nonprofit. I can help you with that. Message me. I can help you with that. Yes, I do have a young lady that's in my 3-day ride business course, and she has a nonprofit. Yes, my course. How do you get in my course? Just put RIDE, RIDE. All right. Did I help everybody out today? The one thing I'm going to do is make sure that you learn. The one thing that you're going to do is learn today. Yes. So anybody can be successful. Most people won't because it's work. And so success comes with a work attitude and a work uniform. So most people are afraid to do the work. And then a lot of you will give excuses about you're an introvert. You don't like social media like that. You're not a social media person, but yet you open up social media every day. So you are a social media person. You are that person. You just haven't learned the skill sets. And so if you want to learn skills, I got you. So we don't want to give excuses in 2026. It's the year of completion. We don't want to do that. You're going to complete simple strategies every day in your spare time, and you're going to see results. If you're doing 15 minutes of content, 15 minutes of follow-up, 15 minutes of engagement, 15 minutes, you're going to do these 15 minutes throughout the day. You're going to be in your business 1 hour with full productivity. Multitasking. Yes, you can work a full-time job and build a side business. I don't encourage people to quit their full-time jobs. You like being a librarian. You like being a nurse. You like being a teacher, counselor, whatever. You like it. Why would you quit if you like it? Now, I don't believe you should have that as your only source of income. I do believe you should have a backup plan, okay? Because none of us are, there's no guarantee working for somebody else, right? There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee on social media. Building relationships, guaranteed, okay? I'm putting myself into it. I'm not just going to depend on the algorithm and just monetize. I'm going to leverage and build my own relationships. I'm just not going to wait on the algorithm. And I'm telling you not to do that, but okay. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate you. This is good. I appreciate you. I will see your beautiful faces on tomorrow. We do our 10,000 steps, of course. We do 10, 15, 20,000 steps, depending if I'm outside or if I'm in the house. We get our steps in. Okay, I was in a major car accident, so your girl ankle, be ankling. So I got to get my steps in. So if you want to walk with me, I rode the bike the other day. So if you follow me, I was on the live on the bike. I was on the live on the bike. So make sure you follow so you can catch me riding. And I was live multitasking, still making it happen. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the next live. Enjoy your day. Let me see what FB talking about. FB in the building. She said, I like the 5 + 5 + 5. Just put hacks. You can, my number, I can put my number right here on FB. I can't put my number on TT. My number's on my profile on TT. But right here, yep, you could text me. Hacks for the 3 productivity hacks. Thank you. Do I do one-on-one coaching? Yes, inside my coaching program. You get one-on-one coaching inside the 3-day ride, actually. But if you want exclusive, just you and I for 6 months, it's my 6-month coaching program. Thank you. Oh, Shorty in the building. Hey, Shorty, how you doing? Now, I'm going to tell you, like I tell everybody, if you don't do the work from the 3 productivity hacks, obviously it doesn't work. Okay. You have to sit down. It's showing you 15 minutes, do this and do it. And it's showing you 15 minutes, do this and do it. I'm using AI to actually do more of a visual, because sometimes even though you're telling people, go to someone's page, like the page, comment on the page, they don't actually know what to do. They think they're liking and swiping. No, you're liking and commenting and messaging. There's a strategy. And so I'm going to also make sure I put a visual in there so people can see it. Because what I'm finding is I'm a visual and auditory learner. So I understand when people are like, I still don't know what to do. You read it, but you still didn't know what to do. Anybody else like that? Okay, got it. So yes, so that's one of the things that I'm implementing in all of my courses moving forward, is a visual of showing you how to do it, not just telling you to do it. Because yes, it's difficult when you don't understand technology. It seems simple for somebody, like my son. He's like, all you got to do is, and then I'm like, okay, I still don't understand. So I got you. No worries. It doesn't matter how old you are. Social media is for everybody who's willing to learn. None of that matters. I'm older. It doesn't matter. My son is graduating from high school, so age doesn't matter. And if that's your excuse, it's probably not going to work, right? Because you got to change the way you're thinking about it. Whatever you think about, you bring about. So we're not going to think that you're too mature to learn social media. Because you're not. Yes. All right, so do me a favor. Make sure you're following. I'll see your beautiful faces on tomorrow. I'm going to finish my workout. I'm going to do a 10-minute workout with YT on YT with Bully Juice. He does a 10-minute cardio. Got to get my cardio in, and we're going to go from there. Enjoy your day. Yes, ma'am.